Saturday, July the 3rd, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets are our premium picks. We try to win them all and do the best that we can. So, got Major League Baseball and NBA basketball. Wimbledon, if anyone's watching. Soccer, right? It's weird. Normally I follow like the Euro and the World Cup, but this time I just couldn't get there. I think I've just been overwhelmed with everything else I have going on. Been doing the video editing myself. Easy.
Well, it looks pretty good.
I kind of added a lot to it from where it was. So
I thought you had a company that did that for you.
I did, but I like I told you guys, the timing, that they were sending it over, it just didn't work for me.
Oh, okay.
So usually when things don't go, that way, I always just do it myself, which is why I do everything. Which is why I work 18 hours a day. Anyways. Hopefully we get those guys back on board, though. I really like them. So it's just a timing thing. Because the games start, and it's like there's a process to it. There's a whole process to it. But anyways, talk about that another time, another day. Get a lot of emails about social media, about how lousy our Instagram page is. A lot of emails about it. I got an email from a guy the other day. He seemed to be genuinely concerned, but that's always good. I always like the guys that kind of tell us what you can do for us, as opposed to guys telling you what you're doing wrong. It's like, because it's like, it's kind of like, it's kind of like people telling me, that I can't do something, that I'm not doing it, I haven't tried. It's like, it's easy to say, it's easy to say what you're doing wrong that you have poor results in something that you haven't done, right? It's like, let me try it first, and then you can make an evaluation, or tell me what you can do, to blow it up. But like saying your hashtags stink, it's like, yeah, because the guy who was doing it was doing such a lousy job, we fired him, right? So, thanks for telling us that he did a lousy job 6 months ago. It's like, I don't even understand what the point is. It's like, tell me your game plan, what it's going to cost. No, I don't know. Anyways, Major League Baseball. A lot of heartbreakers for me recently. That's the nature of the beast. That is betting. But we will get them. We always do.
I think it was a typical Friday almost.
Yeah, it was. It came back to like that square bullshit Friday. It happens, It happens. Yeah, Montreal did get the hot diggity dog crap beat out of them. I haven't seen 1 second of the hockey, but man, they got slaughtered. Rod will be burning that Canadiens hat.
What a disappointment.
When's the next game? Tomorrow? 4th of July? Fireworks display at Zwacky House. I think getting there, they should be happy to be there, but I haven't even seen the game, but I just see the scores, and I'm going to guess that these are just one-sided beatdowns, like not even close.
Yeah, game two when they had a chance, but it just didn't burst their bubble. They didn't get the win. And then you could tell yesterday Tampa's the better team by far.
Put your hat on a bottle rocket.
They're bigger too. Right? And send it away.
Yep. Yesterday in baseball, all the favorites won except for one game.
Wow.
14 favorites.
What was the dog that hit?
Oh, the Phillies. Oh no, they were the favorite.
They were the favorite.
Was it the Royals or were they the favorite?
They were the favorite too, aren't they?
Yep, Royals were the favorite. The National. Oh.
No, because they lost lead.
Oh, no, I know. I stopped myself. Did the Orioles? No, Angels.
Not it's every favorite one. The thing is that, you know, the Nationals in that game, Max Scherzer is like mowing them down. I mean, he's on fire, but he's 100 pitches in, and they go to the pitch count, and they take him out, and the next inning they give up 9 runs.
Yeah, I was kicking myself early in the game. I was like, damn it, I missed the Nationals.
It's like they put in the reliever, and he's like, he can't get anybody out. So here's their big solution, right? The big solution to put out the fire. Austin Voth's going in the bullpen. It's like, what? It's like, no, not Voth. It's like, so he loads the bases for his great strategy here is, right? He loads the bases for Mookie Betts. Okay, here's his baseball strategy. He loads the bases for Mookie Betts, goes 2-0 on him. It's like, I tell you what I do at that point. I walk out of the room, okay, and I automatically put the 4 in the box, you know, for the Dodgers. It comes back, he only knocks in 2, right? But it's like I put the 4 down, you know. I basically cross off the game at this point, right? I crossed off the game because. So here's what you knew we were dead early in the game if Scherzer didn't make it to like the 8th inning. You knew we were dead because Kyle Schwarber, who is the guy who's hitting for the Nationals, right? He is the guy, gets injured running to the base and has to come out of the game, like early in the game. So you knew there wasn't going to be any other offense. It's like every offense that the Nats have had going during their good runs have revolved around Schwarber. And it was like nobody else has done anything. Who's gonna do it? What's the guy's name? Josh Harrison. Please.
Soto.
Please. Soto's one of those guys where it's like, yeah, he does great things, but it's like when they're up like 6-1, he's Chris Bryant. You know, he's not like a clutch hitter. Like Schwarber's had some walk-off home runs too this year and stuff. I mean, walk-off hits. But Soto's like great. He's Chris Bryant, you know, 6-1 home run, 6-1, you know, 8-1. He had 3 RBIs, right? It's like that's Chris Bryant. He won the MVP on that type of performances. I mean, which is ridiculous. You know, there's also there's the pitcher like that. Who would you say is the pitcher like that? Who's like the guy that's kind of like the joke. It's Max Fried, right? He never wins the duel, right? Never. Never, you know. It's like his wins, you know, 7-1, 7-3. His big, like, where he shuts them down are the ones where you could just relax and pitch to the guys. It's like he never has to, like, pick apart, you know, the hitters. It's like so for those people out there that don't really understand that process, basically, so when the games get out of hand, or you have a comfortable lead, pitchers are more likely to pitch to big hitters. So when you don't have to tap dance around them, they actually can throw their better stuff. And they're more relaxed out there, and better things generally happen to them. So like the other day, the Yankees and the Angels, right? The Yankees got out to the big lead on the Angels, right? Because was it Bundy was pitching or Heaney? It was one of those 2 guys, right? So it was an Angels pitcher versus the Yankees. And, you know, the announcer said during the game, they said, oh, this is awesome because now we're going to see Ohtani get some balls to hit, you know. It's like they're going to pitch to him. And they did, and he had a home run. And, you know, I don't know, I'm sick of this guy already, I got to say.
He's a stud.
I'm just so sick of this guy. I think he's a great hitter. I just don't think he's that good of a pitcher. So it's like,
I agree.
So it's like, I don't, and that's fine. I think on his hitting alone, yeah. But I think his pitching actually is a negative. And you could say, oh, he's got this ERA, he got this. Well, I'm sure his ERA went up last time, right? Because he didn't make it out of the first inning.
Yeah, I think Ohtani, he's a very volatile pitcher. So I think, he throws gas and he has a good splitter. But I think eventually they're just going to put him as the DH because he's just so dominant as a hitter.
Right.
I can't believe he's a monster at the plate. I can't believe he's built like Godzilla. He's unbelievable.
I don't know.
What if you made him
I don't think he's quite the man crush that you got on him, but I think that he's got.
I look at him. I didn't realize how.
Oh, Shohei! Please
sign
sign
he could be the closer for the Angels.
We signed my air conditioning remote control. I got this. It's like
Showman
got it in his display case. It's my air conditioning remote. I got it. Shohei.
Ohtani. No, there goes Tokyo. Here comes Godzilla.
He reminds me of Hideki Matsui.
Hotter than Miami on the 4th of July. Shohei Ohtani. To Ron.
My dreams would come true. I have his rookie card.
I think you want that signed to him instead.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got the Hawks and the Bucks. I'm going to guess Trae Young is going. I haven't really followed the story, but
the line dropped a point, so to me he might not, but I don't think it matters either way.
I don't think it matters either. I think this one is pretty much in the books. Any opinions, guys, on this game 6?
I'm going to go with I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to go with the under here in the Hawks-Bucks game.
How about this NBA basketball in July? How about this?
I love it.
I like it.
I like it even better.
What are the plans for next year?
I hope they do the same thing.
I hope they do the same thing. Start on Christmas Day and bring it all the way through. For those of you that don't remember, normally the NBA season starts in October, the last week of October. But this year they started it on Christmas Day. So instead of the season being over around Memorial Day, or the finals starting around Memorial Day-ish, we're at July 4th, and the NBA finals haven't even started.
Yeah.
I'd like the NHL to go back to normal, though.
We will be having an indoor fireworks display tomorrow for the. No, I'm just it's like, yes, we will be.
Rod's going to send his Montreal Canadiens hat up on a bottle rocket for everybody.
You can't even get fireworks in Hawaii because of COVID, they said.
Mm.
Oh man, so there's a cargo plane that went down between Honolulu and Maui yesterday. Like a cargo plane that went down. So the first two things that go through my head. Number one, I hope the pilots are okay, right? Because cargo plane's just the two pilots, and it was like this miraculous rescue. And then they show like the wreckage, in the news, and they see the stuff floating in the water. I'm like, that better not be the Fonz floating right there.
Right.
Because I know he's due to be here. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Ron, any thoughts?
You said cargo plane went down, and I was like, "Uh-oh,
Fonzie."
not the Fonz.
Because I checked the status, and they said because they've been saying it's going to arrive early, right? And they kept saying it's going to be there Tuesday, but now they say the Fonz will be here today, so we might have 4th of July Fonzie. Hit the thumbs up. They're saying the NBA season is supposed to start on October 19th. Yuck. That sucks.
Yeah, I think the NHL and the NBA are going back to their regular start.
Why? It's actually, we'll be happy for it then, because the college basketball season doesn't really start till Thanksgiving. And we'll be happy then because there'll just be football during that time. October is generally slow because the World Series is over. Usually the World Series kind of runs through. So the NBA season, October 19th, so it's going to start before the World Series.
Yeah, there's usually a point where all four things are going on at the same time. You got hockey, NBA, and NFL, and college football.
So who do you guys like?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with the under here. I sound like a broken record today. I think I've only gone with one over so far. as far as these rounds go later on in the playoffs. I just think if the Hawks want to win this game and if the Bucks want to win, they got to play contest every single possession on both sides. There isn't a ton of offense out there either. I think it's the first team to 105 wins, so I'm going to take the under 215.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I like the under. We saw a total of 235 points scored last game, yet the total set at 216. I think that tells you really all you need to know with this one. It's not my favorite play on the board, but I think the under is definitely, when you look at these playoff games, I think the under is always a decent play. Statistic-wise, it looks pretty solid as well. And like Brian said, Hawks, backs against the wall, they need to play stronger defensively. And with no Giannis, I think they're going to be able to. So I like the under.
And for me, I like the Hawks, but I'm going to bet the Hawks live. I think they get down a little early and they make a comeback. I think you can get a better number. You can get a nice better money line number with the Hawks if you wait to bet them live. I think the Bucks come out a little bit on hot and they keep a little momentum, but I think the crowd turns the Atlanta back. So I think you can get a better live number betting on the Hawks live. I think the Hawks win this game, though.
I think Trae Young walks onto that floor, man. That place is going to be on fire.
I don't think he plays this game. I think both of them are out.
I don't know. He was on the court last game shooting baskets.
And grimaced in severe pain, too, as he did.
In severe pain. Getting out of bed in the morning.
He went to stop to make a plant, and it was like... And he was a no-go after that. He just couldn't plant and do anything. You could see the grimace.
Back to Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, no!
I say, make him a closer. That's what I do.
That would be a good idea. Can
a guy go from DH to pitcher? Like if you DH the whole game, can you move
I don't
into
think so.
No. So
I
he'd
don't
have
know.
to be an outfield. He'd have to move out to the outfield.
And that's
you
risky.
come in, throw 100 miles an hour, you could close out.
Yeah, he's got great stuff. His splitter is really good, but it's really volatile. Just like last game, he could get shelled any minute. And it was mostly walks. The Yankees really didn't get too many hits. There was a couple singles, but mostly walks and hit by pitch.
Anyways, what are you guys selling today, Brian?
For me, I'm off an 0-2 day yesterday, but overall, I've been consistent over the last 45 days or so. NBA playoff run of 16-6. Get my NBA golden ticket tonight for $30 at Pick Dogs, or all three of my plays for $40 at pickdogs.com. I got two nice Major League Baseball doggies.
I got 3 barking dogs in the MLB today. Doing well in baseball as of late, and these 3 barking dogs are sure to cash. Nice plus money value on those 3, so $29.95 at Pick Dogs Premium.
And for me, I got a nice Saturday 5-pack. 4 MLB, 1 NBA. Jump aboard, Pick Dogs Premium. Grab my 5-pack.
Well, I thought I was doing everybody a big favor, giving out 3 days of my premium picks, and I go on just the worst run. Total favorite fest on Friday, so you guys know I'm not going to win anything. So hopefully we can finish it off at least with a really nice day today. Usually I bounce back with the Fury. I don't love today's card, which is part of the problem, but it is what it is. This is what I do. So can't take a pass. But I do the best that I can do, and we're gonna have tons of giveaways all month long. So yeah, I'm sorry I let you guys down. But I did. I went with all the best.
It's bad luck sometimes.
Yeah, it's
free giveaways or sometimes bad luck.
14 favorites come in. There are other cappers, believe me, that you could have been on them, probably swept the board.
I think today you'll see a total opposite almost. I'm not saying every dog's going to come in, but I feel like it's a doggy day today.
Yeah, it's just I don't think every dog's going to come in, but I think every dog has to stay, as they say. So, it is what it is. And the thing is that with the thing about these games I've given out, all of them have been one-run games I've lost, except for the Dodgers and the Nationals. And the Nationals-Dodgers game, that was ridiculous. You take Max Scherzer out, and it was, uncontested. Scherzer was just all right, I'm good, It was He was rolling.
It's opposite of Wheeler yesterday. Wheeler didn't want to come out. He threw 116 pitches, I believe.
Scherzer threw 100 on the money, and he was rolling. He made one mistake, but so what? Because he's challenging them.
Well, yeah, because Wheeler came out. He knew what was coming behind him with the Phillies bullpen. That's why he didn't want out. He was like, no, we can't put that guy in. I gotta stay in.
He needs to pitch 140 pitches to get out of there.
He probably would have yesterday.
It's always interesting when we head towards the All-Star break. I mean, we're at the halfway point in the baseball season. The All-Star break is always after the halfway point. And we're at the halfway point. So we're starting to see, when we look at the standings of what's going on, we start to get a better feel as to really what's going, as to really who's going to be there and who isn't. The injuries are certainly the big factor here. But, I don't think anyone would have thought that the Red Sox were going to hold up with that pitching rotation. But 52 and 31. And the reason why is, they've given up 365 runs, which is the second most in the American League East. They've given up the second most amount of runs in that division. Besides the Orioles, who've given up 450. But 450 runs. I mean, that is a lot of baseball. But the thing is that they've scored 428. So it's like, and that's the difference. And you look at the Houston Astros, they have scored, without the iPad, 467 runs. That's like more runs than the Orioles have given up. So it's like, why are they in first place? You score 467 runs. Maybe missing Verlander isn't that big of a deal, man. It's like, unless Voth is pitching, right? We've gone out to the quiet Austin Voth. Yay, Voth! The Pittsburgh Pirates have scored 281 runs.
Wow.
And these are you're starting to see what the problems are. The Arizona Diamondbacks, okay, so they've played 84 games, so just 3 games over the halfway mark. They're 29 and a half games back. 23 and 61. What happens here? Do you unload anything you got? I mean, they don't really.
Yeah, Ketel Marte definitely goes.
What about Gallen? He's the guy that you can get something for.
I think you might keep him. I don't think you get rid of anybody, but contract-wise, you got to get rid of the bigger ones.
I mean, you look back and you say that this is where the White Sox got Eloy Jimenez and Dylan Cease for Jose Quintana, right? That's where you look back and you say this is when it happened for them. So, if someone offers you that kind of deal, and there are going to be those kind of offers out there because the race is as bad as some of these teams are. I mean, the Rockies are 17 back. They're only 13 games below 500, which is really not that bad. But even in the wild card race, they're way far back. The Brewers are almost 8 clear of second place in the Central. 602. I mean, they would be in first place in any division but the National League West. The Astros with those. Well, actually, they wouldn't be. They'd be in it in the Central. The White Sox have a better record. The Red Sox have a better record. The Astros have the same record. And the Giants and the Dodgers. But the Padres, 49-35, there's 3.5 back in that division. But they are 5 back in the loss column, and that's a problem. So, it's already becoming that. And teams like the Cubs, even though they're 2 games over 500, when you look at the wild card race, they're not there, right? It's like they're 3rd in the wild card, but they're 6 back of those National League West teams. And the Reds 6.5 back with 2 All-Stars, which is pretty amazing that Cincinnati Reds have 2 All-Stars.
In the starting lineup.
The starting lineup, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
In the starting lineup, 2 All-Stars. I think we could pretty much say Jacob deGrom's going to be the starting pitcher in the National League. And then the starting pitcher in the American League will be who?
Well, I guess it depends on who pitches last in the regular season.
Well, if you're, I mean, the named starter.
Yeah.
The named starter.
American League.
I mean, if I'm deGrom, I don't pitch because of the twitch he's had. You can't risk it.
Yeah, he's been battling too many injuries.
These guys are such pussies today. These baseball players, just such pussies. It's like back in the old days, man. 4 days rest, man. They never had these problems. 4-man rotation. You never saw the guys going out injured surgeries like this. Never. It was rare when a guy missed, because of surgery. It was a rare day. Very rare day. The guys threw just as hard. Tom Seaver, man, matches up with any of these guys. You ever see Seaver's throwing motion? Ron Romanelli? Into other stuff? No? Go Google Tom Seaver YouTube. He wore a knee pad under his uniform because he's so low down there grinding that fastball. His knee would hit the ground. He had to wear a knee pad. I mean, this guy, you want to talk about putting 100% into every pitch. It's like, that's why Tom terrific, first ballot Hall of Famer. You want to see real baseball players. Still say that anyone that has a chance, catch that Tigers Cardinals on ESPN Classic if they still have that channel. See one of the best pitches you'll ever see in your entire life. Bob Gibson, Willie Horton's at the plate. There's no wimp by any stretch of the imagination. Gibson throws one inside. Horton ducks down into the dirt, and the ball curves over the plate for the strike. Gibson just stares him down like, I'm coming right at your ear in the next one. It's like Horton wanted no piece of it. That was a World Series. Anyways, speaking of teams not going to the World Series, it's just interesting when you look at the standings and stuff because you kind of do lose track of it because it's a long season and, you're looking at all the other numbers. When you start to look at the relevancy of the games, how the White Sox are putting teams, the White Sox and the Brewers are making the Central Division races laughers.
I was surprised how far behind the Marlins are in the NL East with their 3 pitchers that are pretty good. Alcantara, Rogers, and
especially since that division is really not that good.
No, I thought the Marlins were closer to.
Who's the most disappointing team of the first half of the season?
I'd say Twins or Yankees.
Yankees probably got to be on the list. What about the Atlanta Braves?
I think they still have a shot. So
their performance so far at 40 and 41.
I still say the Yankees. I mean, look at how much money's in the team.
Actually, not that much. We went over this the other day. They actually don't have that much money compared to past Yankee teams and some of these. I think a lot of the Yankees' money is owed money from other stuff.
Ellsbury and stuff.
It still makes $5 million a year. But did you know the Red Sox are still into David Price for $16 million a year?
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went over this the other day. It was like, what? It's like
he retained his salary.
Well, they had to. I mean,
We'll
take David Price and $38 million a year off your hands for nothing. It's like, yeah, we need a middle reliever. It's like
that never plays. We need a $38 million bench warmer.
Yeah.
He's a fluffer. Get out there. Come on by. You got it.
You want to talk about a guy that's just hanging around for the paycheck. He must have to show up, to work every day.
Well, that was the deal for taking Mookie Betts. They had to take Price. Wasn't it?
The Dodgers and the Red Sox have done a lot of big deals in the past. Didn't they take Crawford, too? Carl Crawford?
Yeah.
A couple of those guys. Anyways, let's get to today's schedule. We'll get back to this stuff. I love
too much filibusters.
I like looking at the payrolls and stuff, though. We got time. We're early. It's only 4:30 in the morning. Taijuan Walker takes on Jordan Montgomery. Garrett Cole gets the day off. I think it would have been more fun if they would have stuck Cole in there against Walker.
I thought they had a doubleheader today. I guess not.
I don't think so. Probably tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
4th of July. Doubleheader at the Bronx.
Wow, that's nice.
I went to a Yankee game on 4th of July. You know what happened? Yankees have had more no-hitters on 4th of July than any other team, I believe. Jim Abbott threw the no-hitter on 4th of July. Dave Righetti threw his no-hitter on 4th of July, too. I was at that one, too, also.
Is it day night tomorrow?
2 of them.
No.
Rags struck out Wade Boggs on 3 pitches to end the no-hitter.
Wow.
People are going bananas. It was like Wade Boggs, because he had faced just one more than the minimum, you know. It was Wade Boggs. It was, the leadoff hitter for the Red Sox. 3 pitches. Filthy. It was one of the most amazing things you'll ever see. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. The games of baseball games I've been to, the most amazing things I've ever seen live. Rags' no-hitter against the Red Sox. Jim Abbott, the one-arm pitcher, throwing the no-hitter. And Roger Clemens' 20 strikeout game. I was at that one, too.
Oh, you were at that one?
Yep. Against Seattle. I used to go to all the games. Red Sox games. Root against them. People would throw shit at me. Anyways, Yankees, Mets, Blue Jays, Rays, Pirates, Brewers, Phillies, Padres, Cubs, Reds. Boy, that Cubs-Reds game was disappointing for me yesterday. Brian, any of these 5 beauties, just say, bet me now.
I think out of the 5, I think the Chicago Cubs are the better play out of the grouping. Albert Alzolay has struggled, I think, last couple of starts, but I just like the Cubs here to bounce back from yesterday. And then secondary, I'm going to just take a degenerate bet on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I just think there's too many people pumping up on the Brewers, and this is a Saturday. I think the sheep get led to the slaughter here today. So I'm just $100 on the Pirates. But I think the better play is the Cubs.
And for me, I like the Philadelphia Phillies getting the plus money at home. Phillies played well at home this season, 23-15. And Zach Eflin, he's actually gone against some of the stronger starters in the league. I know last start he faced off against DeGrom and actually held his own. I think he had a lead. The Mets won it in a walk-off in the 9th inning of that one. So I think Eflin's going to be able to do fine in this one against Darvish. Should be a lower scoring game, but I think you're getting good value with the Phillies at home. So I'll take Philadelphia.
And for me in these ones, I agree. I'm going to take the Phillies as well. You look at the Phillies, they're 4-0. Their last 4 home games versus a team with a winning record. And the Padres just been struggling on the road. They're 0-7 their last 7 road games versus a team with a losing record. I like the Phillies here. Nice plus money over that. Padres lose again on the road.
As bad as the Padres have been, number 1 defense in all of baseball against that bullpen. With their number 1 starter going, you guys might be barking up the wrong tree.
Worth a shot. They're still on the road. And the other one I like the under in the Cubs and Reds game. You look, the Cubs are 4-0-1 their last 5 during Game 2 of a series when Alzolay starts. The Reds, they're also 5-0 to the under their last 5 following a win. They're also 4-0 to the under when their opponent scores 2 runs or less in the game previous. Take the under, Cubs and Reds.
Yeah, I like the over in the Cubs and Reds. Molly just gets beat up at home. Look for him to get slaughtered again here. I like the Cubs and the over in that game. Molly is, we've talked about it last time he pitched at home, that they just hide a pitcher. He's so bad in Cincinnati. They only pitch him on the road. So I like the other side there. I like the Cubs and the over. I think the Cubs go over by themselves in that game. I could see 7-8 runs early, especially how bad the Cubs have been. I think once you open up the floodgates on a team that's struggling like that, kind of like we saw with the Royals yesterday, all of a sudden the runs just start coming. But anyways, it's a little crosstalk going on in the comments here. It's like, it's enough. Anyways, I like the Rays against the Blue Jays. It's a lean at best. Couldn't get there with a premium pick on it. Stripling really hasn't been bad, and the Rays really have been struggling, not playing their best baseball since the Glasnow injury. Definitely disagree with you guys on the 30th ranked offense in baseball, the worst offense in all of baseball. We just went over it. The Pittsburgh Pirates against a team that's hotter than hot and a team that has traditionally owned them. Just not the day or the time or the guy. Probably is a little bit of a higher scoring game with Lauer in there, but I don't see all of a sudden the Pirates bats wake up. You know, they're just dead. You don't win with Brubaker in that matchup. You're likely not going to win with Cody Ponce. Anyways, Tigers, White Sox, Royals. The streak is over. Ding dong, the witch is dead. No doubter against the Twins. Yeah, there's a little dig at Brian there. The Braves, Marlins, Indians,
I didn't even notice.
Astros, and the Nationals, Dodgers. I'm going to guess Kyle Schwarber's out for the Nationals in that one.
For me in that grouping, I think I'm going to fade Odorizzi at -160 and the Houston Astros. I just think the Indians get a plus money. I was way off yesterday. I thought that line looked really good for Indians, and they got crushed. But I think they bounce back today and get a W. And the Detroit Tigers, I think the line's down to +105 for the Tigers. Skubal, one hit the Houston Astros last time out. I think he can keep the Tigers in the game, and they steal one late. So Detroit Tigers best bet, and then Indians second.
Yeah, for me in this time slot, I like the Miami Marlins on the money line against the Braves. Sandy Alcantara on the mound for the Marlins, their ace. The Marlins lead the season series against the Braves 5-3. Last night's game was a close 1-1-0. And I think, Marlins 28-20 as an underdog this year, while the Braves 17-39 as a favorite. Marlins have just been a lot more profitable, and I think they have a good shot against Kyle Muller and the Braves bullpen in this one. So I take Miami. And I'm also going to take probably the squares play on the board, but the Dodgers laying the run line. Nationals battling some injuries now. Trey Turner out. Kyle Schwarber banged up, as Mitch mentioned, and even Juan Soto's not 100%. He's still going to play, but Clayton Kershaw on the mound. We've just seen this line open up around, let's see. It opened up at -170. Now it's up to 260. So that's a huge line movement there. I'm just going to take the run line because I just think it's going to be a blowout win for LA.
I don't think that's the squares playing the board, but a lot of juice.
Yeah, well, it's the Dodgers, so pretty square. I rarely take the Dodgers.
You might be able to take them at 2.5 in that one.
Well, yeah, they're begging you for that one.
Yeah.
Plus 100 on that, plus money on that one. They're begging you to take the 2.5. For me in this time slot, I'm going to take the over in the White Sox game in Detroit. You look at the White Sox, they're 27-3. The over their last 30 road games versus a left-handed starter. They're also 5-0 the over their last 5. Detroit 8-3 the over when their opponent scores 5+ runs. Take the over White Sox, Detroit. And I'm going to take the Nationals. plus the run and a half. I think this is a 1-run game. They burned some people's money there, thinking the Dodgers are going to whoop them up. I think Nationals hang in there, keep it close. 1-run game there. Give me the Nats. Plus the run and a half.
I like Dodgers max run line, whatever it can be. That Washington Nationals bullpen has absolutely no answers for this Dodgers lineup. They had no answers whatsoever. Intimidated by this Dodgers lineup, and they just want to go home. Without Kyle Schwarber, all punches out of this lineup. They had no answers offensively. As a matter of fact, in last night's pathetic performance, they didn't get a hit in any other inning except for one. There was only one inning they even got a hit in. And, of course, once Schwarber left the game, they didn't even get another. They did nothing, right? So, no chance. 0. Layup, roll over. See what the -5.5 or 4.5 that we can get here on the Dodgers. It's like, I hate being the squarest play on the board. I don't, but I do not see how the Nationals even remotely come close here. I mean, Paulo Espino certainly isn't going to provide the answers, Let's see what the max is here.
Yeah, I like an alternate run line too.
Let's see.
Get as much as you can.
Yeah, I think max run line on this one.
I'd say 3.5 is probably my limit, but
3.5 we can get. At 3.5, it's only plus 173, but at 4.5, you get a tasty 263. If we meet in the middle here at 4, it's 230. That might be the spot because I could see 14-0 here. I could see it easily.
Yeah, I think Kershaw's going to be shut down too. I think it's just going to be all Dodgers. I think
because the Nationals have nothing left in the lineup. Schwarber was kind of the whole thing. They don't have any depth, right? So it's like. When you start losing key players, year after year after year, since they won the World Series and the year before when they lost Bryce Harper, which they got rid of Bryce Harper, won the World Series. Maybe the Phillies should rethink, take a long look at that strategy, and
you can't get rid of him. He's on a 10-year contract, $30 million a year.
I bet you can get someone to pick that up. That's a
Yankees.
That's not even just the Yankees. I think the Red Sox would pick it up too, or the Dodgers, and I think there's a few teams out there that would pick up that contract. It's not like it's David Price, where he's got nothing left in the tank. This guy's in the prime of his career. I mean he's market value. If Garrett Cole is $30-something million, then this guy's market value. It's just. He can't be on a team where he's counted on to win the game for you because he's not going to. He's not good enough. But as a player among players, he maybe he has a better chance. When he hits a home run, they're spectacular, right? He can hit tape measure jobs. He can make plays in the outfield. He's got a good arm. He does all those things. But he can't, for some reason, he's just not that guy in the clutch situation who makes the big hit. He strikes out. So you need somebody else that does get the clutch hit. And that's why Rendon was more valuable to the Nationals than Bryce Harper was, because he made the hits. But they couldn't keep him because they couldn't afford to keep him in Strasburg, who is really paying dividends this year. A lot of money for Strasburg. Strasburg's like one of those things that you kind of just have it. It's kind of like that room in the house that your mother doesn't let you go in. We have this Strasburg. Oh, can we see the Strasburg? Not today. So you can find violin or something. Yeah, I just don't see it here with the Nationals. I don't see how they score a run.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
especially the lefty on lefty with Soto.
Yeah, I'm going to go the -4 at 230. I think that's...
They hit a home run. That's how they do it.
Who?
Giving up the home run.
Who?
Whoever has the bat.
Who?
Soto.
They have 9 guys on the lineup that can hit here.
No, they don't.
Jordy Mercer.
They don't have 9 guys that can hit.
Okay, they have nobody. They're sending out nobody. It's over. It's just they got nobody. It's all over.
It's an interesting strategy.
It's all over.
Nationals haven't played. It's an interesting strategy. The Nationals haven't played.
Washington's all loaded up on the sticky stuff.
They'll be sending out nobody. Who's up?
Nobody.
Next at bat.
Nobody.
Then they play their on deck music. It's Enter Sandman or something. Next at bat. Nobody again. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Today.
Who is the best? The players select their on deck music, right? They still play it? I haven't been to a game in so long.
Yes, they still play music.
What's Sandy Leon's music?
No. Yeah.
Derek Jeter had the Yankee announcer, the old Yankee announcer.
Bob Shepard.
Derek Jeter. Anyways, yeah, nobody
has a long Dodger National segment.
No one.
It's gonna be a long game.
We don't have a lot to talk about today. I like the Royals again against the Twins. I just like betting against the Twins. It's fun for me.
I actually don't have the Twins today, which is the
first. Then maybe I like the Twins today. Maybe today's their day. Red Sox against the A's. 2 Cy Young Award candidates in this one. We got Kyle Freeland's got a job in Colorado still. It's Wade LeBlanc. How many teams has LeBlanc been on?
Plenty.
Probably 10.
Wade LeBlanc.
Orioles against the Angels. Oof. Could be a long night at the ballpark. Boy, did you see there was like 13 runs in the first 2 innings last night? That one. Then you got the Giants and the Diamondbacks. And Seattle against Texas. Nice little series. It ended up being a really good game last night, too. Anything?
Yeah, for me in that grouping, I'm going to take the Texas Rangers and my boy Jordan Lyles. He's had 3 out of the last 4 starts. Have been stellar starts for Lyles. You're getting plus money with the Rangers here. I think they catch it up. Yesterday, I like the Mariners. Today, I'm on the Rangers. I like the plus money there.
Please don't touch the Strasburg. There'll be no photos taken with the Strasburg. Please, no cameras. They still do that because people with the iPhone now, right? They just take pictures, whatever the hell they want. It's all gone out the window. No flash photography.
No flash, yeah.
No flash photography. No flash photography on Space Mountain.
That's where Ric Flair likes to go, Space Mountain.
And we still got Rick back there. He's kind of got a light going halfway through him. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Ron, what do you like?
Well, this time, so I like the over in that Red Sox Athletics game. I'm not big on either of these pitchers. I don't think anybody is. Garrett Richards, especially, a 5 ERA, giving up plenty of homers and base hits. And same thing with Cole Irvin. Irvin's not really striking out too many guys either. First game of the series was low scoring, but I think this second one is going to be much more high scoring. So I like the over 9.5 on that nationally televised game. And Wade LeBlanc has been on 9 different MLB teams, but he's made a couple stops back at old teams. He's been on the Marlins twice, the Mariners twice, and the Angels twice. Journeyman.
So that's LeBlanc squared. Not quite the Edwin Jackson type numbers that we're looking for, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
I'll take Edwin Jackson's closet for $200. It's like, man, you got a lot of jerseys. You collect jerseys? Well, been around the block. I think Edwin Jackson, there's like less teams that he hasn't played for than he has played for. He's been good in spots too. I mean, you can't play on that many teams if you're not serviceable pitcher. But LeBlanc is a lefty, right? So if you're a left-handed pitcher, you actually have like a lot. If you're a lefty, you have a longer career than righties. It's just the nature of the beast.
Jackson's been on 14 teams.
He's the most of our time.
His longest tenure was 3 years with the Rays, Dodgers, and Cubs.
He was on the White Sox. I know that much.
Yep, for 2 years. 3.66 ERA.
.366 career?
No, and for the White Sox. His career ERA was 4.78. About a 4.48 FIP.
So they're saying, though, 13 is the most by a player in his career. Octavio Dotel.
Maybe I counted wrong.
Oh, no. This was from the articles from 2013.
Oh.
It's got to be Jackson.
Yeah, 14 teams.
Huh.
He traveled the world, well, the country, and parts of Canada.
So 13 players have played with at least 7 teams and made the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
I can, out of these, if someone would have asked me the question, I would have been able to get 3 of them. 4. I probably would have gotten 4. The other ones are too old for me. But I would have gotten these 4 for sure. Lee Smith closed for everybody. I've seen Lee Smith pitch for, 5 different teams. He pitched for 8 teams. Ricky Henderson played for 9 teams.
Oh, wow.
Roberto Alomar was a rent-a player, too. Andy pees on his hands. By the way, Goose Gossage played for 9 teams. Gaylord Perry, 8 teams. There's the Perry brothers, Gaylord and Joe Perry. You don't know the Perry brothers? Probably not.
I know Gaylord. I never heard of Joe Perry.
Joe Perry, the Perry brothers were known for doctoring the baseball.
Vaseline on the ball.
Well, they were known for everything. Spitball, whatever. So Joe Perry, they came out to visit the mound because they knew he had something going on. And he went like this, and the nail file came out of his back pocket, and they said that he did it because he's a knuckleballer to keep his fingernails groomed properly. Yeah, it was a good one. It was one of the best. You could probably find it on YouTube, an old clip of it where he goes like this, and you can see the nail file fly right out of his hand. It's kind of
Bet you Joe Niekro probably was on a bunch of teams.
I don't think so. Braves and Astros, right?
Maybe not.
Gaylord Perry played a long time. Anyways, it's a long show today. Not really a lot. We didn't really cover a lot of ground.
Once we get to Gaylord Perry and Joe Niekro.
We're going to have a ton of good giveaways coming up. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Anyways, anyone got a parlay? Rod?
Yeah, I didn't hear that part. For my parlay, I got just a 2-gamer.
Wow.
Chicago Cubs.
Line cutter.
Detroit Tigers.
Line cutter.
Chicago Cubs and Detroit Tigers on the money line. Sorry, Rod. I don't want to. Don't send me an email.
Line cutter.
Don't worry.
I said,
I'll
Rod, give us your parlay. And you just
Don't worry, we'll just take a 2-teamer opposite Brian on those two today.
No,
I like that.
Tigers.
I like that one way better. So,
run line.
Take a 2-teamer against
run line.
Take a 2-teamer run line against
run line
today.
against us.
Yeah, that'll pay. You'll be happy. You'll be like jumping
Tigers
up.
And so we
like,
got.
Yeah!
So what do we got?
Do
White
it,
Sox
man.
run line, and what's the other one?
Well,
Sox.
I'm fading the biggest square play on the board is the White Sox. So I'm going Tigers and the Cubs. I like the Cubbies.
Oh, I do like the Cubs there.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go the other way.
I like the Cubs a lot.
All right.
I'd go Cubs reverse run line in that one against Molly. Also, Cubs first 5. I like Cubs everything in that thing, and the over.
You're a big Cubs fan.
I am a Cubs fan.
So for me, we're going
Cubs,
in that last set of games. The only one that I liked in that last set of games, so we didn't even get to that spot yet.
Chicago,
because it's going to be in the parlay. So the Cardinals and the Rockies, I'm going to take you under the 12. They haven't even took a sniff to even getting close to scoring 12 runs in the last how many games. They tied it by getting extra innings, and I got a 9-3 game in that one. These teams ain't scoring over 12 and a half runs or whatever it is. They've set this way too high, and it's got to be way lower. You look, the Cardinals are 5-0 to the under their last 5. Rockies 6-0 to the under. They're not getting over 12 in that one. Take the under 12 runs in that one, and we'll start my parlay off with that. Take the under in the Rockies game. Take the Phillies on the money line, and take the White Sox game over the number. My 3-team parlay.
My 3-teamer is the under in the Hawks game, the over in the Red Sox and Athletics, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I'll lay 3.5 runs, 4 runs. I'll lay with Mitch.
I'm going to go Cubs reverse run line. I'm going to put that with the White Sox on the run line. Let's see. White Sox. I want to make sure I got the payoff here. Jax is pitching for the Twins. So the White Sox, the regular run line is only plus 127, but we got to be a little piggy here. Let's get 2-1 on our money at minus 2.5. And then we'll go with the I don't even know what to do. I could just go with those two, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with 2.
Nothing wrong with 2. Parlay plays $100 pays $677.
I don't know the White Sox.
What?
We'll see.
What are you mumbling about over there? Anyways,
I don't like the White Sox.
I don't like the White Sox. Just
Tigers all
please don't touch the Strasburg.
I knew you could say that.
We've got and then of course we have someone here that wants to see the Strasburg. It sounds like right? Doesn't it sound like a rare violin or something? Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Sorry about all the banter today. We just didn't have a lot to cover. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's make it a winning day. I'm going to post the premium show right after this. But let's make it a winning day. And I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow for 4th of July. We'll have the indoor pyrotechnics display.
I got fireworks tonight.
What?
I want to see fireworks tonight. I'm seeing fireworks all over the place today. I'm going to listen to the Tigers win while the fireworks
Brian's going to do his Katy Perry fireworks medley tomorrow for us. He's been practicing all week. Have a great day, everyone.